Hey, Ange. I say, let me go ahead to see if I can go live for a little bit and check in with my people since it's a little ain't nobody live right now. Hey, Robin. How y'all doing? How y'all day going so far? I literally just got myself situated for a little bit, just waiting on my daughter to come through. She just got off work, so I'm like, let me go ahead and see if I could talk to my folks. Hey, Miss Cheryl. Ooh, yeah, it's been a lot going on. I was gonna go ahead and I wanted to talk about D Ham's live with Auntie, but then it's like a whole lot of other stuff that happened, and that was spoken on as far as with Miss D live. So I really didn't want to, go through the whole debunking the whole situation as far as with Auntie interview just about yet. But I am gonna voice my opinion on a few things towards that interview and with the whole Anna situation. And then I just want to go through a couple of TikTok videos, stuff like that. We just gonna chill out for a little bit. I know it's just been hectic out here in these streets. I did see that it's a lot of people, not too many people, but it's a few people that got a couple of lives scheduled. So I just wanted to try to get in where I fit in for the most part. It's good to see y'all though, even though I do see y'all and other people chats and stuff. Sure say I'm so confused because I've been at the hospital today. Oh, you confused about what's been going on in these YouTube streets, and I hope you feel better, Miss Cheryl. My mom, she just caught COVID again, y'all. She went back to the hospital. What was it? The day before yesterday, I had to call an ambulance and get her back because she was not feeling. She wasn't breathing too good. Yeah, it is. If you speaking on the what's been going on lately with this whole Anna situation, Miss Cheryl, I'm not confused about it. It's just more so like somebody lying somewhere. Robert say I'm still at work until 7. A day going by so slow. Oh my god. I think it's going pretty fast because I just looked up and I'm like, okay. It's already getting ready to be 7 o'clock. Lord. That's Angie speaking to everybody. Girl, Miss Cheryl, that's what I'm like. It's the woman alive or not, but I'm like, at this point, I really don't even care. But whatever is whatever. And if she is alive, I hope the woman is okay because baby, they doing too much at this point. You know, scammers versus scammers, thieves versus thieves. Like Lord have mercy. I told D Ham up in Miss D Live. I say D Ham, I'm on my 10 seconds back. You had us have go into a moment of silence for 10 seconds. I want my 10 seconds back. If this woman is alive, I want my 10 seconds back. Angie say, sure, yeah, she's alive with her scamming child. I just cannot. I cannot, Ange. Like that's just too much for me. Seriously. But hey, to each his own with that because that's just ridiculous. Oh, Miss Cheryl, I'm sorry to hear that you got pneumonia. Oh my goodness. Ooh, yes. I hope you feel better real soon, boo. Seriously. Yeah, and she got COVID back to back. Yeah, back to back. Literally, I think she probably only been out the hospital for probably about a week, and she just had to go back in there day before yesterday. Yeah, that's where I'm at now. I just came over here to her house because my granddaughter. I ain't got no grandkids, y'all. Don't mind me. Her granddaughter, my daughter. She just got off work and she wanted to be over here or whatever. So I wanted to be able to let her in and stuff. She wanted to be at her grandma's house, child. Yeah. We had a whole eulogy. Yes, Miss Cheryl. I'm like, Lord. I said, Look, we can't get that time back, Miss Cheryl. We cannot get that time back. But whoever is out here going around saying that this was going on, like that's the status of that woman's life like that, they wrong for that. They is wrong for that. To even fix their mouth to even say something like that towards somebody's life. And this is my thing too. I wanted to bring to everybody attention. Like, do y'all see this whole pattern? When it comes down to the bees. First, you had mixed styles. Remember when mixed styles came? She only would speak on certain things, and stuff like that. It was almost like it's like this rehab stuff is like they create some type of fear. They put some type of fear up in these people. But when they branch off, it's only so much that they really actually willing, to talk about. They come over on this side and then they want to, only speak so much about what was actually going on over there. And it's like they fear for their life. And also mixed style, she was getting threats and all kind of stuff to where she didn't want to speak no more at all. So you got mixed styles, and then you got let me see, we all know about Anna that she was getting the threats. Now we got Auntie getting the threats. You know what I mean? Not only that, look at Brianna's the two friends that she had. The Ayana chick, she wasn't, like all into the rehab and stuff like that. But I'm assuming that she probably had got, some stuff or some threats or whatever coming towards her way because she didn't want to talk about nothing. Like all of this stuff is just weird. Like it's a whole big chain reaction. Seriously, it's crazy. And that's crazy, Ange, because I had went over there to Auntie Live she had did earlier today, and she was saying something about rest in peace. She said rest in peace twice. So I'm like, okay, I'm confused, child. I'm confused. Like they is around here really putting that type of fear up in people's lives like that. Like, what is their problem? Baby, it's definitely something going on over there, y'all. It's a lot going on to where people is fearing for their life. And then, oh, not only that, I missed the person, Ashley G. Remember when Ashley G first came around and stuff? Like it was only so much that she would actually, get on the panel and say and talk about and stuff like that. And remember, she was coming back, making lives, stating for them to leave her alone. And she was there like at a crying stage, like, just leave me alone, stop texting me, stop calling, like just leave me alone. Like she literally was begging for them to leave her alone. So this is like really, something that they actually do on a regular. When you depart from them, like they just get to going on this whole rampage. Like, and who would say something so evil to carry such a rumor as to, well saying that Anna was unalive? Who would say something like that so evil if this woman is still alive? Like it just don't make no sense. And say they said rest in peace because she disappeared after scamming. Oh, okay. Well, we do know that she's definitely hold on, let me go back. We do know that she still was getting the threats just as well as everybody else. And that's sad. That is messed up. And I mean, like y'all, to me, I really believe like that whole side over there is pretty much, it's just demonic. It's a lot of demonic ways about whatever it is they got going on. Seriously. Like I'm gonna get into the whole main situation. Like when I was on listening to 2K and stuff like that, y'all know, like towards the beginning of this saga, it was the whole situation that came up with Maine on Facebook. And I'm like, how is this Negro still on social media. Like it was just crazy, and it said like they actually was over there praising that man all on old girls panel. Like y'all literally was praising that man, playing his video and all. I'm like, y'all is crazy. Y'all is weird. This man literally has abused this baby girl for 2 years. Not only that, he then had been on a rampage looking for other victims. Like seriously. And y'all over here got this man on the dang panel, praising him like he ain't did nothing. Like he just some normal guy out here, that just happened to support Brianna. No, no, not at all. Cheryl said, "Did you see Liona put a status to Kim reaction channel?" Oh no, I'm gonna have to go check that out, Miss Cheryl. Nope, I ain't see that. Cause I don't even be watching. I don't even be watching Brie, and I get really annoyed and irritated every time I see her face. I get annoyed and irritated, y'all, for real. And you say, well, for what Auntie says, she's trying to give people their money back. So here, I don't know. Yeah, it's just too much confusion for me. And y'all already know the devil is the author of confusion, child. And so it's just all screwed up over there, honey. And anybody that came from over there or associated themselves over there and then come over here, it's like it's nothing but confusion. Even when they're explaining it, we can always put the puzzles and the pieces together, but it still just be like, baby, bad. It still be confusing. And say on DM live, she said she wasn't on the live. Wow. That's why I'm saying whoever brought that up like that and said that was just evil. That was definitely just evil. That's not right. You know, seriously. You want to try to put somebody up in the ground before they time. Baby bad. I'm sure I'll say them people make me want to start drinking. Not drinking. Don't do it, Miss Cheryl. Don't do it. Don't do it, love. Robin say they are crooked over there, and they ever let it all, they will be going to jail. Girl, I can't wait, Robin. Like seriously, somebody need to go down. Seriously, they do. They should not be able to get away with doing all this threatening and and sitting up here trying to put people's life in danger and all kind. No, that stuff is not cool. And it gotta be. And I really believe that Amora, I don't think that she's actually the one that's, throwing the threats or whatever. I'm pretty sure she probably know about it, but I don't think that she's doing it herself. And that's what I want to know. Who is these people that's actually throwing these threats the way that they throw them? The stuff that they told Auntie, what Auntie was saying on DHAM Live, those type of threats, like who does that? Who seriously does that? And Auntie was good because I would never would have, vouched to give them people my address. I'm like, oh no, Auntie, you literally gave them your address. Like you gave it to them. I mean, hey, that's just me though. That's me. Um, I never go over there at all. Just never went over there. Yeah, girl, I went over there just to see, if somebody up in the chat was to actually say something or whatever. Like I like to hear stuff for myself, but that's the only time that I would actually go over there to try to hear things for myself. But besides that, I can't stand it. I can't stand the voice of none of them at all. I cannot, including the HBIC. Seriously, I cannot. I can't go. For real. I think the Diddler and Nate are working together. I can believe it, Miss Cheryl. I definitely can believe it. I think it probably will be. You know, it's probably about a good 5 of them. It might be about a good 5 or 6 of them. But my thing is, what is it that these people, that come that's former bees, what is it that's being told to them? Besides, before they actually start getting into it, or before they start departing away from, the cult like society. Like what is being said behind the scenes to where these people, they really do be fearing for their life? That's what I be wanting to know. Like, how is it that they are allowing these people to put that type of fear in their heart like that? I mean, people can go around throwing threats all they want to, but not people don't necessarily, would care. Like, anybody can be like, yeah, man, I'm gonna beat your ass and woo woo woo. You think I'm gonna care? Like, no, I'm not worried about it. But the stuff that they say to them, it's just mind boggling to me, because it's like, okay, are they doxing y'all at the same time? Do they know certain things that other people do not know? Like, it's a lot that's behind this. It's a whole lot to try to have that type of fear and put that type of fear up in somebody. I'm sure say, I can't believe any of them still have pages because everything they do is crazy and illegal. Yes, it's insane. It is definitely insane. And for them to be able to get away with it is even more insane. I don't get it. I do not get it. Because I was looking at, I'm like, this is a pattern. I was looking at them, I'm like, dang, Ashley G, Mix Styles, Auntie, Anna. Let me see, who else came from over there? I think I'm missing one other person. But anyway, they all experienced the same thing. Every last one of them experienced the same thing. The threatening, the texts, the phone calls, and it's almost like basically people just like, they just like leave me alone. Like, at a point to where leave me alone. So it gotta be a particular person or maybe a couple of people that's actually doing this. And another thing that caught my attention too, y'all, is when Auntie was like, it's a whole man behind one of those names. It's a female name, but it's a man behind that whole page. Like, are y'all serious? You got men out here that's sitting up here doing death threats to women over there? Like, this is sick. This is sick. I heard that. I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Mm-mm. I couldn't believe my ears when I heard her say that. I was just gonna pull up DHam's live or whatever, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until they try to work on getting a little bit more information and we see what's really going on with this whole situation. As far as when Anna and stuff like that, but not that it actually matters to me because none of their ass is credible to me anyway. None of them. All they do is lie. They lie, lie, lie. They scam each other. Mm-mm. I just want my 10 seconds back, but it's okay. Because and if anything, they all needed them prayers that we put up in DHam chat last night. Seriously. They needed them prayers. Cheryl say, right, like, what's the motivation to do this crazy stuff? Oh, no, Cheryl. It don't even make sense to me. And say all this over someone else's marriage that nobody knows in real life. I really would like to know what their motivation is too. Like, what is the point? I mean, they're ruining their reputation, morals, integrity, etc. They don't care. They do not care at all. Hey, Miss Sexy. Hey, sis. And you say senior citizens, well, most of them are too darn old to carry on in such matters. Too old. Grandmamas and great grandmamas, child. Even got a whole dude over there with a female name. Child. So say, right, Angie, they should be in the church committee or something. Okay. So, not the church committee. So baby, they can't. I don't know what. I don't know. But it is giving cult. It's definitely giving cult, y'all. And it is not cool. That is not cool. I'm like, boy, I'm like, they really got a whole man over there that's a part of something called the Beehive. A whole man? Nah, they playing. I'm like, Auntie, stop playing. Stop playing, Auntie. Don't do that. Stop playing. I know ain't no whole man over there sitting up here going around threatening these women and carrying on. Like, and I'm like, what is the problem? Why can't nobody find out who these people is? And why ain't nobody sitting up here tricking on and telling on who these people is? Like, they are not, it's not like they can get doxxed or, you know what I mean? Like, why is they able to keep getting away with this same stuff? They got whole RuPaul's over there sitting up here behind the doggone screen, child. Sitting up here, baby, and they probably soft as a whistle, soft as a cotton ball, sitting up there throwing threats at folks, talking about what they gonna do to somebody. Lost their man, baby. They ain't lost their man, y'all. Soft as a cotton ball, monsieur. I'm trying to tell you. They be the main ones. They be the main ones doing all that talking. Be soft as hell. Yeah, Ange. For real. Yes, whole RuPaul's, honey. Oh, Summer Shantae. Shantae. Baby bad. Baby bad. That's they inner man that's doing all that doggone keyboard boxing with these people. Better go ahead on somewhere. For real. It's too much, y'all. I'm definitely I want to pull this video up from TikTok. Pull this video up from TikTok, y'all. Let me see something. See if it'll let me, because I didn't download it. Girl, yes, honey. I don't know what they got going on, but I'm just not with none of the shits because they is doing entirely too much. Too much. They putting folks up in the ground that ain't in the ground. They got men over here beatboxing and all kind of stuff. Probably on more heels than us and up here throwing threats and carrying on. Nope. So I hope Auntie said, well, she said that she got in contact with the police and stuff like that. So I hope everything worked out in her favor because this really needs to stop. Right? They threatening dogs and shit. What the hell? Like, damn. Can the dog even be disabled in peace? Like, golly. Hey Terry, what's up, bro? Like, can the dog be disabled in peace, child? Golly. The dog can't even be great. Hey, you know something wrong when you sitting up there threatening pets. You threatening pets? That's sad. Let me see. Terry, what's wrong with them, bro? What's wrong with them? They threatening the dog, child. Can't even have a dog in peace, honey. Not a pet. Cheryl say it's amazing how they are up up all day and night doing all this. Like them, do y'all even sleep? Girl, no, they don't. They got too much time on their hands. Too much time on their hands. It's just like Upper was saying, like that. When she was like, about how they all just be begging and shit. Like, how y'all talk about anybody over here, asking for any type of cash app or donations or whatever, and y'all sitting over here with a whole organization, you know what I mean? Like, just begging from each other, child. Y'all, I can't make none of this up, y'all. I cannot. This stuff is crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like it. I ain't never seen, a whole pack of overgrown adults behave this way at all. Never in my life. And say, well, I have 3 mean pits and a 45, baby. I ain't never worried at all. Sure. Hey, it's all about God. I missed you, boo. Girl, I know that's right, Ange. Sure, even if I didn't have a pit or a 45, baby, I still wouldn't be worried about none of these folks on no internet. Not at all. I will not be worried now one damn bit. No. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's just crazy. They literally have these people, like, they have complete control over I don't even know what to call them. Like, I can't even call them supporters. I can't even call them supporters, honey, because we are supporters. The stuff that they do, child, I don't know what the hell to call that. They all just demonic. That's just how I see it. Seriously, that's just how I see it. And say, shit, I have to protect me and Eve. I ain't playing. Mm-hmm. I feel you though. Right, gang members. There you go, Miss Cheryl. Gang members. Child. Little fake gang members. Child. Anybody can get it. Seriously, anybody can get it. Cheryl's is crazy. She say gang members. You ain't never lied because that's how they act. Act like a whole bunch of gang members. I know that's right, Ange. I know that's right. Child, you already know how our mentality is anyway, Like, seriously. Ain't nobody about to be playing no games like that. You ain't nobody about to be sitting up here. He at work, Cheryl. Yeah, he at work. Oh Lord, where that little yarn just come from? It is not that time right now. If I go to sleep right now, literally, I will be getting up late, and I'll be up all night. Yeah, and it was like, shoot, you from Chicago, baby. It's like we was born with our head on the swivel, Most definitely, we was born with our head on the swivel. Shoot. That's why I see folks like me and you, and it's like, and it's a few other people, that I know that's not about to be playing those type of games like that when they got to do no internet or in real life. Like, folks like that, folks like us, you know what I mean? That's why you will barely see people like us get into it with anybody, because we know what we're capable of. You know what I mean? It ain't about to be no talking. It ain't about to be none of that stuff like at all. Like we already know what we bring to the table. Facts. We ain't about to do all that talking or none of that. We know how it's gonna go down. Most of the time people like that, they fall back. They don't say nothing. They don't say nothing at all. That's why I'm like, boy, these folks talk too much over here. This internet be doing the whole most. But at the end of the day, they say it's entertainment, so that's exactly how I look at it. Hey, it's entertainment. Entertainment for that ass, baby. They got internet gang members. Internet gang members. And this stuff really is entertaining though, because I just look at it, I just shake my head, I be laughing. I'm just like, Lord have mercy. Let me get back to real life because this can't be real. This stuff cannot be real. I don't get it. This world it is something else. It is definitely different. This world is different. And to say I'm definitely not talking or let nobody know what I'm about. What I'm about. You go find out respectfully. Exactly. Exactly. Ain't nobody about to be doing all that talking, or don't nobody go back and forth doing all this, that, and the third. Like, no, ain't nobody fit to do none of that. None of that. Mm-mm. That's the thing. People need to start doing less talking. The ones, most of the time, the ones that do all that doggone talking, they be the ones that sitting up there beating on that keyboard and ain't gonna bust a grape. Ain't gonna bust a grape, child. Sure, sir. It's them quiet ones they better watch. We clear a damn room. Exactly, sure. That's what I was saying. It be them quiet ones. Them other ones for real. Ain't gonna bust a grape, be doing all that talking. Ain't gonna do jack. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ooh, Lord have mercy. I missed you, Ange. Real. I'm like, man, let me see what's going on. See who popped through, who pop up. I normally will pull up a little video or something for y'all. I'm trying to pull my TikTok up. I wanted to show this video from my TikTok. But I'm not sure. Let me see. Y'all. If I share my screen real quick. Ooh, I think I did it, y'all. Let me see. Yeah, y'all. StreamYard acting dumb again. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. I'm like, golly. Okay, now, yeah, if it knocked me off again, I'm not gonna even worry about it. I'm just gonna go ahead and get off. Next time I go live, I think I'm gonna try because I never went live on YouTube, the YouTube live. I always go through StreamYard. So I'm gonna have to start trying to just go through YouTube live sometime and see, you know, how they go. So let me try to do this again. One more time, one more time. As soon as I tried to share my screen, it just knocked me completely out. Hey, babe.
Get away with it. And nobody cares. There is no pity for them because they're cowards. Look who they go after as victims. People that they know they can completely manipulate, hurt without even having to put up a fight. So then they come to prison and they act like, oh, they're bullying me. And they learn a treacherous fate because we see that shit and we feel the same way you do, except we can make it happen. Sometimes families call it in, favors from inmates or favors from COs or somebody that knows somebody, and it makes it happen. But most of the time, it's someone like myself who sees one of them, or a CO steps to someone like me and
Did it pop up? I don't think it's popping up. Okay, so it did. I wanted to make sure, y'all. I wanted to make sure that it's shared right. But somebody had posted this on oh, Robin finally off work. And Cheryl just talked you up, Troy. She sure just asked, she was like, where Troy at? I'm like, he at work. Definitely just popped you. She just asked about you. You know, dropping me out so for to go on the bus. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that it's shared. Because normally, girl, yes, you didn't talk to him up, child. Okay, okay. Thanks, Ange. Because at first I couldn't do it. It wouldn't let me know. So I'm gonna share it again. Dang, now I gotta do it all over again, child. Oh my God. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I ain't gonna even worry about a thing. I'm gonna stop sharing it because that is crazy. It's showing it. I can hear it real good on my end, but it's the screen is shared, but I don't understand why y'all can't hear it. And then when I looked on my phone and try to see was it on there, it's not on there. It just still got the regular screen on there. So I don't know. It's acting funny today. Anyways, y'all, it was basically this. Somebody had posted on TikTok about this man. Somebody had asked a question up in the chat, and it was about what happens to people. You know, what happens to pedophiles when they get locked up, and he was explaining like, you know, from his experiences, like what happened to, you know, a couple of guys or a guy when they come up in there, you know, with pedophile charges and stuff like that, like what happens to them and how they get treated and stuff like that. So that's basically what that video was about. Yeah, it's acting funny, child. I don't understand. It's definitely StreamYard. They done broke the internet, Cheryl. They done broke the doggone internet. That's okay though, cause I still can. They broke the internet. Lord have mercy. By the time I get ready to get on here, the whole internet broke. Mm-mm-mm. Let me see. It's all good though. Oh my God. Okay, so I do got something for y'all though. And I don't know if I ever played it for y'all, but yeah, I got something for y'all. I'm gonna keep trying. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I got it now because I got some stuff up in my playlist. Got something right here. I got to just do it the way I normally was doing it before and go from there. Now, let's get it. Let's get it, y'all. Here we go. Boom.
And she was like, "So what is this I hear?" She like, it feel like she offended with me. What is this I hear then? Da, 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 da. I'm stunned, remember, because I only told one person. Like, I should know. How my grandma know? And I tell her the stuff that was going on. And she was like, well, this is what her words to me were. It wasn't as bad as what I went through.
Mm.
And I remember looking at her saying, but you told me that you will always protect me if anybody was to do anything like that. And I have, now that I have been heartbroken over. Now yeah, for years, till to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Because as an adult, I can't have the conversation and be like, but Why did you say this? Why didn't you protect me?
My name is Lucy, and I have to figure out who I am.
Hey, Tay.
Hey.
So you have done a myriad of businesses before. You were a tax professional.
Yeah, still do it.
Yeah. You sang your
Yeah.
behind off. Okay. um, you are Sweet Mama's Treats and more.
Yes.
So entrepreneur extraordinaire. And now your babies are starting their own businesses,
Yes.
following in your footsteps. So I know that
Yes.
you're proud.
I am.
So proud. Um, you have done a lot. And I think sometimes I forget how old you are or really how young you are.
Yeah.
Because you've had a lot of weight
Mhm.
to carry over the years,
Yeah.
including raising your siblings. So can you tell us like what led to that process?
Sure. So many know, but many don't. Um, I lost my dad at 6. And then my mom, she went and met their father and had them. And then when I was 14, she passed away. And so life literally got snatched from under me and under them. And we went on to live with a relative. If you know, you know. I don't want to say right now, but we went on to live with a relative, and life just wasn't what it was supposed to be. Now, for me, it was great.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because I was the first grandbaby and I had a different dad. So I pretty much was spoiled, but my sisters, they were mistreated. And so it bothered me a lot because it was like I could hear my mom's voice saying, I raised you to protect them.
Mm.
And so I would be in my room and I'm hearing them get beat on, you know what I'm saying? And it's a conflict because you're not doing it to me, but then you're doing it to them. And as a kid, it's like, what can I do to this adult? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so my senior year, it started to get like really bad. At one point, she flipped on me. And it was like, whoa.
Did she ever try to justify it and say like it was their actions that
Girl, no.
so it
Yeah.
was blatantly because y'all had different dads?
Yeah, well, she wouldn't say that, but yeah, and also just a little background behind that. My mom was taken from her.
Mm.
My mom was molested by the guy she was still married with in that house.
She was still married to him when y'all
Still
moved
in that
in.
house.
Okay.
Yes.
So she knew about your mom
Yes,
and didn't
absolutely.
divorce him.
No.
Mm.
Okay. So yeah, heavy. Okay. And heavy. So we can kind of guess who the person is.
So at 14, going to their house, did you know that?
Yeah, my mom told me when I was 6.
She told you when you were 6 years old
Yeah.
that she had been touched inappropriately.
And by who? Yeah.
That's a lot for a 6-year-old to process. Like, how do you?
I think that was just her way to protect me. Like,
What'd she say? Like, don't go stand by him. Don't.
at that time, I don't think at one point they got him out. Like they got him out the house. He left or whatever. This one my mom was way grown, so I was born. He had left for a little bit. It was just my grandma and my auntie that was there. But he was in the house when I was a baby and stuff. And I know my mama was like, I told your grandma he ain't allowed to change your diapers. I've been like, you know what I'm saying? Like she really had hate for this man. Like she tried to kill him. A couple times.
Okay, a couple times.
Okay, as a child and as an adult.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, I remember riding on the interstate in her blue Camaro and she just that talk, if anybody touched you, and then it went into what she experienced and with who. And if something like that happened to me, to tell her. And it's a story with that too, because she didn't show up like I thought she would, but we can get to that later.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, so all of this heaviness from what my mom endured with this person.
Okay. I want to pause it real quick, y'all, for the ones that's still in here. This just what she just said is that what her mom told her when she was 6 years old. By her being the age that she is now, that just clearly shows people and tells people like these kids, they trip me out sitting up here thinking that the stuff that be going on the internet and stuff like that, like kids remember things, you know what I mean? Like they remember a lot of stuff. They can recap a whole lot of stuff at a young age. Seriously. I mean, I can go back into I probably was like uh 4 years old, I believe, and I'm 43. Like when you're young like that, a lot of things just stick to you no matter what. So people trip me out talking some, oh, they too young, my kids ain't gonna be able to, they ain't not gonna remember this and they're not gonna remember that. Now I can understand 1, 2 years old. Okay, that's a little going off that's a little too much right there. But 4, 4, and 5 on up, baby, these kids remember everything. Don't ever think that these kids do not know, what's going on. They probably don't. They probably process it differently, or probably don't understand certain stuff or whatever. But trust and believe, they will remember it.
Going into having to live with these same people.
Now, do you look more like your mom or do your sisters?
Me.
Okay.
Me. Yeah.
So maybe she felt like it was her second chance with you. Maybe. Maybe.
I don't know. I really just think I was the first grandbaby. Like she really loved me. Like I was just, you're the first grand. Like your mama do your baby.
Yeah.
First grandbaby, spoiled.
Yeah.
It was me for 6 years.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And so I was the only girl. My auntie, she had my cousin, which was a boy. So it was us after a while. But it was my grandma didn't. Okay, my dad was an officer. He was, you get what I'm saying? He was stand up.
Mhm.
Their dad was a drug dealer
Okay.
who she met while he was like halfway out of prison. And
Okay. Got it.
so she changed, and it was like they already had this block in between them. And then here come this side that's different.
Yeah.
And it was like really no relationship
Yeah.
after she started having, more kids. So I really don't know. I feel like they reminded her of my mom. And I feel also that this should have been your second chance. Like
Yeah.
God gave you 4 girls again to get it right.
So you had 3 other siblings?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He gave you 4 girls again because it's 4 of them, of her children. And you still turn around and did the same foolishness. And so my senior year, one morning, now the one after me, she came and she was like, Tay, Ebony, which is the baby twin, she was about to kill him last night, but she said grandma wouldn't go to sleep. And I'm like, what? And at this point, I had been talking to a social worker because my grandma had jumped on me. I hadn't told anybody. She had scratched me up. I can show you the pictures because it was right before homecoming. I was on the court. And it was one Sunday I went to church, and this woman never talked to me, like you know what I'm saying, never approached me. And she called me over, and she's like, "You okay?" It was just really strange. And me, I was very shut off, like I, scared to tell, you know what I'm saying, stuff. And I just broke down. She was like, "Take my number." Took her number. We began to text. And I began to share what was going on. A lot of people wouldn't believe. You know how you have that person who they play or they look like they the Cosbys.
Because this is your grandma goes to this church.
Yeah. Yeah.
probably upstanding model member.
She's actually, you know what I'm saying, on boards and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
She's on the church. She's on the board.
She's working in the church is what I'm saying.
For the Lord.
She's like one of the head ushers, you know. So like you've been in this church and doing all of this, and people didn't, but they wouldn't believe my sisters at school when they would go and share that they were being abused. They didn't listen. So the same thing that was happening to my mom when she was young was the same things that, besides the molestation, I'm gonna say that, but the people not listening was going on again. And so when she called me, she gave me the number, and I began to tell her what was going on. And she was like, well, document this stuff for me. And I started taking pictures. When they was getting beat and all this type of stuff, taking videos so you can hear and things like that. And so when my sister came and was like, hey, she was going to kill him last night. Now, take in mind, they were little. They're like in the 4th and 5th grade. Yeah.
So she was about to kill him, but it wasn't because of molestation.
No, they were tired.
He was also abusing.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to beat y'all like dogs, and girl, he say all type of stuff. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And so I called a lady. I'm like, listen, my sister said she's about to kill him. And she was like, well, if she do that, y'all gonna get in trouble. And I'm like, how are we gonna get in trouble? And I've been telling you this stuff for months now.
Yeah.
Like, I've been showing you. She was like, well, I tell you what, get the camera, bring it to school. I'm coming up there. Came up there, got my camera. I guess took it to, the CPS people. And they pretty much held my sisters at school. Me, I was 18. I literally just turned 18 in March.
So there was nothing they could even do for you.
What I had on is what I had, and I had to find somewhere to go. I ain't gonna cry this early.
So where'd you
go? I went with my godmom.
Okay.
And she literally had just come into my life around the time my mom, like right before my mom passed.
Okay.
She was actually my first boyfriend's sister. And
okay.
Yeah. But she was grown. Okay. And like she took a liking to me and she took a liking to my mom. And she was gonna try to fight for us too in the very beginning, but of course that didn't work. So I went with her for a little bit. And then my sisters, they got taken into
CPS.
They were separated at first. I'm broken.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you did the right thing, but you feel like you did the wrong thing, you know? Yeah. And like now we're separated. I can't put my hands on them. I can't talk to them. So that was that.
And the twins were separated too?
No, they got to stay together.
But your
the
other
one
sister.
That's after me, yeah. So the twins and the one after me is a year apart.
Okay.
But they got separated. And that also exposed them to all type of stuff that they weren't exposed to. So now they're getting changed in this system as well.
Yeah.
To be kids that
they were not before.
So
at what age did you, I'm assuming you got on your feet.
Yeah.
So at what age did you take them?
I was 18. Crazy.
Oh, so it just took you a couple months.
Yeah, it was right before I turned 19.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I might have been 19, like just turned 19. Because I think I had Jen at that point. I had Jen in February, turned 19 March, and then I got them, I want to say July. So I was 19.
And you actually finished raising them?
Yeah.
Through high school. And your husband took all that on too. And both of y'all were kids.
He did. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Heavy.
Yeah. So I'm sure that was difficult.
It was.
To raise your sisters, to step up, to be a mom to them, but also somehow a sister to them at the same time.
If you're an artist like me, you know how daunting
I don't really think I was a sister.
Y'all, her demeanor is everything to me, because it's like, this is what you call healed. You know what I mean? You're healed when you actually can keep a smile on your face, like you can talk without actually choking up, like as powerful as her story is, and all the trauma and everything that this young lady went through, you can actually tell that she is healed, she's blessed, you know, she's grateful, you know, like man, like she's happy with her life for her to be able to talk about it.
And the reason why, if we backtrack, I never got to be a child. Okay.
Yeah.
So I remember when my mom died and I went with my grandma, I was like, I was so angry with God because I was like, you took me out of one hell to put me in another.
Mm.
Because I literally had to raise them kids.
Even with your mom.
Girl, yes. I be home 7 years old. She having to go to work. I got to stay home with twins and another one, changing them, bottle feeding them because there's no help for her until she, got help and sent the twins off with their grandparents. But yeah, cooking, cleaning, keeping them
At
kids.
7 years old.
Yes. That's why I know what I know. That's why I seem so old. I'm not, but I've been that way for so long. And it was like when all this happened and I had to step up to be their mother, it was nothing.
Yeah.
Because I knew it. I literally raised them. It was me getting them dressed for school, me combing their hair. They barely saw her because she worked so much. Their dad ran the streets. He was no good. No good, okay? That's the only person I hated on earth. Okay. But he was no good. So it was me. It was me when they were hungry, going through the couches, trying to find coins, trying to find money to go across the street at the corner store to get a can of beans or something. Like that's the type of stuff that I had to carry as a kid. So when I got them, what I'm saying, as an older teen, it just fell in place. It's mama role. It was no.
So they called you mom.
No, they called me Tam. What they called me mama.
Okay.
But they, what I'm saying, it was a reference, like the honor, the respect was.
Yeah.
That's my mom.
So y'all proceeded on. You take in your 3 sisters.
Yeah.
You are married at the age of 19, a new baby. And your husband is also there to support you. But y'all are young. And you had just got married. And I know marriage is hard.
Okay. I was married at 18, right out of high school.
Yeah. You started like hustling.
Yeah.
Is that why you do so much? You work so hard?
I first tried school.
Okay.
But my youngest sister used to get in trouble so much. So much when I first got it. And I was like, I can't handle these calls in the midst of school. It was just too much.
Yeah.
It was too much. A lot of times I regret that. I regret that I didn't have anybody in my corner that supported me and like pushed me and was like, you know what I'm saying, help carry me so that today.
You feel like you'd be much further.
Yeah. Girl, I want to cry this early, but yeah. So the hustles came because I just felt like I didn't have nothing. I was nobody. And still today, I feel like I'm not as qualified as all these people. I didn't get the opportunity to get the degrees and go to college and, feel like I'm somebody. So I try my best in doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that, doing this. And yeah, I'm blessed to be gifted. I'm blessed to be gifted, but it's nothing like feeling like you found your place.
Yeah.
And I am somebody. I struggle with the business that everybody loves today. I struggle with sweet mamas. I still don't feel like, I'm qualified for that. It's a fight that is never ending because I feel like the beginning of my journey, the beginning of my life was so messed up that I can't get on track,
So you said you regret not going to school, not, you said you regret not having a support system during that season. And I know that, like your grandma she was one of the head ushers and she did all these things. Were you still like attending church? Had you like pulled away from it?
So, my husband's parents and grandparents are pastors and preachers.
I didn't know that.
Yes, he's a preacher kid.
Oh.
Yeah, that should explain a lot.
Yeah.
He's a bona fide preacher kid, baby. So we actually was attending his grandma's church at the time when she was still pastoring, which they're Methodist. And his mom, like being around them, kind of like guided me into, who I am today, like being filled with the Holy Spirit and being around it. They was Methodist, but they weren't Methodist. They was like, how, you be in the wrong denomination and that type of stuff.
So you were around them, but you still felt isolated.
Yeah. I ain't had the support like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain it. So you're around somebody, but they're not intricate in your life like that.
Okay. Because not to demonize them at all. Like I'm sure because y'all were so young, they were probably still also very young, had jobs, had the rest of their kids, like had all these things that they had to do as well.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
they all grown. All the kids grown.
All the kids was grown. Okay, he the baby.
Yeah,
sorry.
I think my sister-in-law probably was like in high school, but no.
Yeah.
But
they didn't help a lot.
No, we were on our own.
Okay.
When it came to being with them kids. I think we stayed with his mama for a little bit while I was pregnant. And then right before I had Jen, purchased our house, and our life was our life. Our life was our life. And I want to say I didn't start really getting help until it was just my kids. And then my grandma started stepping in and, getting them sometimes so me and hubby could get a break. But for the longest, honey,
so you actually reconciled with your grandma?
No. This is my dad's mom.
Okay.
Yeah. I never reconciled with my other grandma. She passed away in 2020. Okay. That's another. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Listen, it's
all I have left is my daddy's mama.
Okay.
Nobody else.
Okay. Yeah. So you never reconciled with your mom's grandma?
Mom's mom, no.
Your mom's mom. Mm-hmm. Do you regret that?
I do.
As bad as she was, as terrible, as abusive, as whatever.
Yeah.
You still regret it. Why?
I just wanted to tell her that I forgave her.
Yeah.
Like life goes on and stuff happens and people have their reasons. People go through stuff and don't know how to express, don't know how to heal. And when you've been in the healing journey and you understand that folks just refuse to heal, I don't know if it's the grace of God. I don't know if it's time. I don't know what it is. It's just like, I just want to kind of forgive you. Like, I know you'll probably never say you're sorry.
Yeah.
You'll probably never own what you did.
Yeah.
But I want to forgive you. I want to let you know that I forgive you. I still love you. At the end of the day, you're still my grandma. At the end of the day, you hurt them, yes, but I still have good memories of you. That's so confusing for a person.
I think it's so weird because there is that aspect of, because I know, like what you, not necessarily what you've been through, but what you mean when you say like, it's the good with the bad.
Yeah.
Like you want to forgive. You don't want to hold grudges. You want them to know that you've forgiven them, but you also don't want to reconcile with them. And I think that's...
You want accountability from them.
Yes.
And then you realize, I'm not going to get that accountability.
Like they're probably never going to say they're sorry.
They never will.
So how did you get to the point of being okay with forgiving her without an apology?
I don't know if I did.
But you said you wish you had said you forgave because you did forgive her.
I did. Yeah.
You
But I
forgave.
remember when she passed, I used to have like recurring dreams, and I would be just screaming and yelling at her, like just so angry. And then one day, I had a dream, saw her, and I was no longer angry. It was like, what can I do? She gone. I can't hold it on earth. That's gonna stunt me.
Yeah.
So
she's not even here
She's
anymore.
not even here. She gone on wherever she gone on to, and you holding this anger, you holding this animal. Why? So
I think that's such a powerful statement. You said, why would I hold this on earth?
Why?
She's not even on earth anymore. I'm holding this bitterness and this unforgiveness in this earth realm.
Yeah.
And she's not even here. So the only thing that bitterness and that unforgiveness is affecting is me. Because I'm the only one that's here.
I'm the only one. So it's like, girl, you gotta let that go. And I thank God for the dream realm, okay?
Yeah.
I thank God that, for me, I don't have to manifest out loud.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's something in you. I'm gonna let you get it out here.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna move on. I'm gonna let you, the anger, the grief, all of that, because all that was mixed together.
Yeah.
Going to her funeral was the first time I had seen her in a long time.
But you were able to go to the funeral.
I was able to go to the and song. Because I remember sitting in her computer room when I lived with her, and she was like, if I ever die, I want you to sing this song at my funeral. At that point, you know what I'm saying, we're on pretty okay terms. And I can't believe I remember, but I did. My song. I had the strength enough to sing. And then I just, when they was over, I left.
So you were at least forgiving enough to give her final wishes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. I ain't hate her. Yeah. It was just, girl, this ain't right.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to get with God what you done.
Mm-hmm.
But and I felt like what she went through was her payment. All that she was enduring, that's what she had to deal with. It's her reaping. And so when you see a person reaping, I can't do nothing about that. It's like, all right, God, I don't have no hate, I don't have no animosity. Yeah. So today, I'm okay. Yeah.
So I want to go back because you said we're going to get to that later.
Okay.
You mentioned your mom. First of all, I get why she did it, telling you at 6 years old that she had been molested and by whom, and I get her reasoning behind it, but I do feel like that's a lot to put on a 6-year-old. But you said she told you, like, if anybody ever touches you, let me know.
Yeah.
And you told her.
I didn't tell her. Somebody else did.
Somebody else told her, and you said that she didn't handle it.
She didn't respond the way I thought she would.
So what did you think she was going to do, and what did she actually do?
So I want to say I was like in the 4th grade when it happened. I remember coming home, and I had just came from my stepdad's baby mama house from a sleepover.
Okay.
Crazy life. All right. Crazy life is okay.
That's when you grow up in it,
Yeah, it's one of them. You know what I'm saying? So my mom wasn't home. Of course, like I told you, she always, whatever job she worked extremely late. And so I remember taking my bath and going to get in her bed, because back in the day, they had this show called Mad TV. I don't know why my little self like Mad TV, but I like Mad TV, and it was coming on at that time. Mm-hmm. So I got in her bed because I wanted to watch Mad TV, okay?
You got in the stepmom's bed.
And no, I'm
your
home
mom's
now.
Bed. Okay.
Yes. So I got in bed, I want to watch Mad TV. So I'm laying in the bed, and then my stepdad coming there with his boxers on, okay? And he get in the bed too. And so he grabbed my leg, and I remember him opening my legs, and he was like, aren't you supposed to be a cheerleader? It was just the strangest question. I would never forget that. And I was like, no. Like, I'm doggone 8 years old. What are you doing? 9, 8 or 9. And I remember just breaking out crying. I knew what he was about to do. So he was very perverted already. Like he used to leave pornos in the bathroom closet where he knew I had to go get the cleaning supplies. He would leave his man junk out when I'm coming home from school.
Your mom knew about these things before that? You never told her? Okay.
No, I was scared. Like, this man terrified me. You know what I'm saying? So he would do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Make me come downstairs, put my clothes up, and, you know, all that type of stuff. Peeping my door when I get out the tub. I'll be taking a bath, and he like, sit down in that tub. I know you standing up. How you know I'm standing up? I remember just thinking about that, like, not too long ago. Like, how this man, what? He could see when I sat down? And I remember one day I caught him peeping in the door. And I was like, I got my clothes on while you peeping. At that point, I felt like really bold as a kid because I was tired. Like, this man keep on doing this. He busted in that door and he about jumped on me because I guess that demon in him, because it was a demon, was, you know, it was caught by a kid. Like, I know what you're doing. I understand what's going on. I'm not, you know, whatever. But anyway, back to that night, I remember like crying because I knew.
You cried before anything ever happened?
Yeah, I knew what he was about to do. I knew because I always hung with older kids. And so he would have my friends come inside and send me upstairs. And you put that math together. Okay. Yeah.
So he was doing stuff to your friends?
Yeah. Send me upstairs. And so that night, he called my mom and he was like, why you crying? First, before he called, he was like, why you crying? What's wrong with you? And I was like, I just miss my mama.
Yeah.
So he called her and she like, girl, why the F you crying? You know, and I'm like, nothing, I just miss you. She like, you don't miss me. She wasn't like
thinking, yeah.
It's 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Why is your daughter, you know what I'm saying? Something should be like, if this is not normal, what's happening? And I can't tell you if she figured it out or not. Because sometimes people who deal with that, they ignore it. So anyway, it was just a series of things that he would do. And I remember sharing with one person. I had a friend. I shared with her in school what had been going on that night and all the other nights. And time went on. This when I lived in Mars Point. Now I moved to Goshen. I'm in the 5th grade. Last day of school, my mom checks me out. And she like upset. I'm like, what's wrong? I'm crying because we about to have the party. Yeah. I'm like, I want to eat the chips. You know, my innocent mind, like, I want
the ice cream and the chips.
We about to go eat the chips. I can't, you know. And she like, no, we about to go. So I'm like, what is happening? So a year later.
So now 6th grade. Oh, no, this is 5th grade.
No, yeah. From when I told this girl.
Okay.
She told her grandma, and her grandma knew my daddy's mama. Okay. And if you ever met my daddy's mama, she don't play by me.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm the only grandbaby that she really, really have. She got 2 others, but I'm first grandbaby to her too. Okay. Told my grandma called going off. So I remember my mama sitting me at the table and she was like, so what is this I hear? She like, it felt like she offended with me. What is this I hear that? Da, 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 da. I'm stunned, remember, because I only told one person. Like, I should know. How my grandma know? And I tell her the stuff that was going on. And she was like, well, this is what her words to me were. It wasn't as bad as what I went through. And I remember looking at her saying, but you told me that you will always protect me if anybody was to do anything like that. And I have been heartbroken over. Now for years, still to this day. Because as an adult, I can't have the conversation and be like, but why did you say this? Why didn't you protect me? Why didn't you told me that you would?
Did she kick him out?
Girl, no. I don't know if she said anything to him.
Wow.
It just made me feel like I was so small. Like what I said, okay, but it wasn't as bad as what I went through. And I was dumbfounded. Cause my mom, that's that good and that bad.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was a lot of good, but because of her trauma and undealt with stuff, that was bad.
Yeah.
As an adult, I understand more. But as your little girl, it's still hard.
Because you're still her little girl.
Yeah. It's still hard. But I do understand. So I'm able to forgive, but it's like, God, I wish I could have them conversations. Like, why did you say that to me?
So you said you're able to forgive.
Yeah.
What part did you forgive her for?
All the rest of it. I really didn't have a good relationship with her. I used to tell her, I don't belong there. I am not one of y'all. I used to tell her that all the time. I am not one of y'all. I don't supposed to be in this house. I am not like y'all. And I really wasn't, okay, because I'm called and chosen. I'm just saying.
I know that's right.
But as a kid, I'm like, y'all, something is wrong here. Like I knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
This is not okay. This life is not okay. But she really wasn't around. I was a daddy's girl. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying,
but
really.
He passed when you were 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I ain't never have a close relationship with her until the year right before she died. Mm-hmm. So when you endure kind of that void for a long time and you dealing with this stuff behind closed doors that she really don't know with this man that she with, you know, all the stuff that I seen, all the stuff. Imagine your 5-year-old little sister finding a crack rock on the bathroom counter. Huh? Cause y'all in the kitchen cooking dope, leaving dope places. Mama at work, not understanding what's going on in your house. This is the type of stuff. She don't know that. And you know, when she was here and I was grown, oh yeah, we would have a lot of conversation. Yeah. But I just threw it away. I would go to all his little weed spots and be throwing that weed away. Girl, it's a lot of stuff I experienced that I shouldn't, a lot of stuff I seen that I shouldn't. And I just forgive her for the life I had to live. We had to live. Because she let her trauma eat her life up. She died because of trauma. To this day, I really believe she committed suicide because it was too much. So,
how did she? Because she passed away in a car accident.
Yeah. They say they clocked her 80 miles per hour hitting the tree on the interstate. I do not feel like that was not intentional.
Have you forgiven her for that?
I don't think I really held her for that.
Okay.
Because with that realization, that came like not too long ago in life. Yeah. For the longest, I thought, oh, this is make-believe. Girl, I thought we was on a reality TV show. And she just wanted to see how we was going to live without her. That's the way I was
Is
coping.
that like all children? Like, I'm just, like, my alarm's going to go off one day. I'm going to just wake up.
I wake up and it's going to be 2003. Be like, oh, I'm here. Yeah. So that's the way I coped. I'm like, oh, this is just a show. And she's going to pop up and she's going to be like, hey, surprise! I just want to see how you were doing, how you were going to do it without me. Yeah. And no, it ain't no show.
I wonder if that's how some people like almost live in those alternate realities in their minds. It's like,
cope.
Yeah. It's a coping mechanism.
Yeah, it is a coping. So you don't do nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because some people go crazy with this background.
So, okay, let's just on a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay.
From all the trauma that you've talked about thus far, because you have gone through some stuff.
That's just the beginning. And that ain't even like deep level. That's just pinch here, pinch there, pinch there.
Yeah, that's just a little surface stuff.
Yeah.
From those things, on a scale of 1 to 10, like, where would you rate your healed level from those things? Okay, not from everything.
If I could be honest with you, sis, I don't ever really think I faced healing from this stuff. I think life shifted, and then more trauma took my attention, and so it was like, oh, because remember I told you I hated my stepdad. I'm talking about hated, okay? But when my mom died, I all of a sudden didn't hate him because he was familiar.
It's the only person that you had left that you lived
It was
with.
familiar.
Yeah.
It was like, but that man, he is, his essence made my marriage struggle. I'm uncomfortable today with men. Like, men scare me. That's crazy, right? They really do. They scare me. Don't talk too close to me. I'm like, you scare me. And I remember one prophet had to tell my husband, like, and it was crazy because he didn't know me. He said, you got to be patient with her because it's not you. Certain stuff just remind and trigger her. You know, because your husband might think, oh, you ain't attracted to me. You don't look, you know what I'm saying? Without saying what I'm saying. You know, so going from one trauma to another is like, you don't really have nobody. That ain't really your focus point. Now my focus point is what's going on in the grandma house and all this, you know? So this isn't talked about. Now we on this. And then, okay, that passed. And so it's really hard for me to feel any of this. Like, I'm feeling it now because it's raw. But I always feel like I don't have a story. I have programmed myself to I don't have a story. I don't have no impact. I don't have nothing because I've made myself so numb. And it's like, it is what it is. My life is what it is.
So with all this trauma that you carry, you do a really great job with your kid.
Yeah.
How have you protected them from your traumas? Because the reality is you could have been like your mom. Like, oh, what you went through wasn't as bad as me.
That's true.
So to some degree, you have to have healed, even though it hurts.
Yeah. I've healed, but I'm definitely not perfect even with that.
No.
Yeah. And that's challenging too.
Yeah.
Because you do see some of the person that you don't want to be. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Why is this? And so that's my talk with God too. Like, God, it's a part of me that's like, I know what's better. I want to do better in certain aspects with my kids, but God is so hard. And so a lot of people are like, well, you might need some therapy to break it down. It's not your kids, it's your trauma. And your trauma is putting a block to certain aspects. When I think about my oldest, I struggle sometimes. And I'm like, they're like, you might struggle because she reminds you of you. Certain ages would trigger a person. You know, you're looking at this individual, and my mom wasn't loving. She didn't really like to be touched. You know what I'm saying? But
I was like, probably because of what she went through.
Exactly. It really was. That was the reason. So it wasn't, but I wanted, you gonna hug me, you gonna kiss me. And so I try to be that, loving. My youngest too, they gonna make me love them. I need mommy time. I need a kiss, And it's so sweet, but as your kids get older, now it's awkward. It's like,
because we've started sexualizing children so young.
Yeah.
So it's now awkward. Like a regular hug isn't just a regular hug anymore. Like,
y'all know, but I think also I don't know. I don't know how to say it.
Go, you just say it.
I don't know how to say it. It's not that with my oldest, it's not that she is me, but because of the trauma that I went through, it made me feel like it's like I'm projecting my trauma on her. Mm-hmm. And it's so unfair. It's so unfair. And it's like, God, how do I break that? Mm-hmm. It's not fair to her. It's not fair to me. I don't know. It's like, you're a good mom. I bend over backwards for them kids, and everybody know that, but there are a lot of things within me that just got to be healed. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm healed in a lot of areas because, like you said, it can be worse. Mm-hmm. But it's every now and again you see.
Of course. And I think, it's the nature versus nurture. There's some things that are just in your nature. Yeah. Because of genetics, because of DNA. But what are some like practical things when you see that come up? Like, what's your typical instant response when you're like, oh no, I see this and I don't want to.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go sit down. Be quiet. A lot of times the Lord be whooping my tail. Okay. Mm-hmm. Say I say something out the side of my neck to one of my kids. He be like, nah, you did not have to say that like that. Mm-hmm. Now I'm in there getting whooped by the Lord. And I'm like, God, dog. And I go to my husband like, babe, this is what I said. And he be like, Lord. I'm like, I was so wrong. I was like, but the good thing is I'm able to acknowledge it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like,
do you go apologize to your kids?
Girl, I have. Yes. I've had, even with my oldest recently, we had to have a talk. Yeah. And it's like I had to explain to her, everything you see with your little ones with me, the littles with me, you had the same thing, but they don't understand that. It's like, I still want to be rocked in your lap. I'm, girl, you about tall as me. I can't rock you in.
You just gotta let her sit on there every now and then. Baby, let me need something. I'm going to sit in my mama lap and she gonna hold me.
Lord. So I don't know, but I'm definitely trying. And it's a lot of, okay, breathe. Okay, because I used to get beat for everything. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, they used to whoop you for everything. Okay, now I ain't saying abuse, but you get whooping all the time. Baby, listen, I be tired of whooping, and because I'm whooping you, and I'm whooping me too. I'm getting hit with the belt, you getting hit with the belt. Like, we can't keep doing it. I'm out. I'm out of breath. This ain't working, girl. Please, I don't have time to keep doing this. So, I'm trying to change.
Mm-hmm. I love that though. You said that you'll pause. Yeah. You'll go sit by yourself. You'll go breathe. Yeah. All of that is a part of breaking those generational curses. And
now I'm gonna fuss. Yeah. I'm gonna fuss now. Now one thing I'm gonna do is fuss. I can't help that now. I think that's part of my nature, baby. I'm gonna fuss. But that's my way of, I ain't gotta put my hands on you. I ain't gotta breaking that part. Cause everything ain't called for no doggone whooping.
Yeah, so for the parents out there, because I know some teens that be like, my mama always yelling. Yeah. And they may not realize that's progress too. Yes. Because they could
knock you upside your head.
Could be beating the skin off you. Yeah. Not to say that it's okay in any regard.
It could be a different punishment. Yeah. So that's my way of girl, little boy, sit down somewhere, and I ain't fussing for no reason. We know we don't fuss for no reason, but that's my way of breaking a portion of that. Okay. I'm trying.
I also love that you said that you have those conversations with her. Yeah. You're able to go and apologize or have conversations with her or, stop in that moment, because you said that there's so many conversations you wish you could have had with your mom.
Yeah. And that's still hard.
And you're giving her the opportunity. I
ain't gonna say I do it a lot.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's another thing, because I didn't have these things that I want to give my kids. That's the fight.
So I'm regardless, I think what I'm trying to emphasize is that you really are doing a good job.
I'm trying.
You're doing a phenomenal job. You are breaking generational curses. You own basically child 7.
I know, right?
At this point. And although you said you're afraid of men, you are now raising men.
Yeah.
And so
some good men.
There's a part of it that's like, that's coming full circle. Is there a part of raising your kids that's healing for you?
I never really looked at it. I ain't gonna say I never really looked at it because when I was pregnant I wanted to get pregnant with her. Okay, now kids, don't do this at home.
Please don't.
I wanted to have her because I wanted somebody that would love me unconditionally.
And now she done got older and you be ready to box.
Ready to box. But that girl still loves the mess out of me. All of them do. But I wanted her because, like I said, I wanted that love. And carrying her changed me.
Yeah.
Because, honey, I don't know why my husband had married me. I mean, I do know because he ain't had no choice. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I was crazy. And not because I was just crazy, because I was trauma-ridden. Mm-hmm. So I was lashing out. This Tay that you see today, this is not her, okay? She would cuss you out. Mm-hmm. She would put her hands on you.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Who you talking to? Yeah, it was one of them, girl. It was really bad, okay? I'm hitting on this sweet little church boy. You hear me?
Oh, Jesus.
So, Lord, fix it. Poor man, okay? Somebody need to take him on a vacation. He good job. But and I think when I got like 7 months pregnant with her, I was just like, I can't birth her into this.
Yeah.
Like something in me was like, I cannot birth her into chaos. Mm-hmm. I cannot birth her into anger. I can't do it anymore. Mm-hmm. And so that began to shift because I got to be better for her. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a thing where I have a baby and she just thrown to the side and I'm just wilding out. No. I told him, we gonna get married. We gonna do.
Oh, you said we getting married.
We getting married. Okay. We getting married. Okay. He gave me a promise ring probably like the December before, but once that baby hit, I'm like, I wasn't in church like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know nothing about the Holy Spirit and all this stuff. Okay. But I knew I wasn't finna have no baby just out here. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, we gonna have to get married. And we did. Right after church on a Sunday. Amen.
Baby, this testimony. You play no games. Okay. With your, I don't even know what part to pinpoint at this point. Okay. So we've talked about your mom passing away. We've talked about your children. We have not really gone through like your dad passing away and how that affected you. So how did your dad pass?
He had kidney cancer.
Okay.
Yeah. And like I said before, I was his baby. I'm the only child. Okay. So baby, I was spoiled all the way around the board. But I remember, watching him transition and get sick, and not too long before he passed, I went to visit him at the hospital, and he had lost all his memory. He couldn't remember nobody. He didn't remember his mom. He didn't remember anybody. But when I walked in the door, he remembered me. And my grandma was like, he hugged you so tight, like he was about to, choke you. We had to prowl you out of his arms or whatever. And I remember my mom not too long ago after that. It probably was a week later. It wasn't too long after. I took him this when Kmart was open. Okay, we had Kmart back in Pascagoula. Mm-hmm. And they was getting ready to close, and I went and picked them out a candle, and my aunt took me up there or whatever. But not too long ago after that was one early morning before school. My mom woke me up, and I never forget it, sleep in my eyes. I think this was 1999, so I was 6. I was 6. And she was like, "Yeah, I got something to tell you. Your dad passed." And maybe that little 6-year-old flipped out. Okay, I was flipping the couches, flipping the cushions. I was so heartbroken. Like, I showed my tail because I loved that man. That man loved me. Okay. And my life really was good until he passed.
Up until that point.
Because then my stepdaddy, that's when he started transitioning into crazy. Okay. Because he was scared of my daddy, of course. My dad is a police officer. You try it. Try it if you want to. You know, my dad quickly pulled up at the house. So without that, nah.
So you felt like your protection was gone?
It was gone. He died. It died with him. And all hell broke loose in Tay's life from that point.
I have a question.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if you've thought about it, like in this aspect. You said you were afraid of men. You've struggled with them. You have had mother wounds, mom, grandma, church leaders.
Yeah.
How did you get to the point where, like, you still went to church instead of running away from it?
Yeah.
And how did you get to the point where, like, you were still able to have a relationship with God and not run away from him?
Whew. Well, the first portion of my life, you know, I was really drawn to God. I never understood it. Like, even, you know, when I was with my mom and stuff like that, I used to get my sisters up and catch a little bus that come in the neighborhood, get them dressed, and we going to church. My mama wasn't in church. She didn't start going, I think, until the year that she passed. But I've always had like this drawing to God, and now as an adult, I understand. As a kid, I didn't know what that was. I just wanted to go to church. I just knew I wanted to go to church. It was just something about church. And so throughout life, like, I had this love for God, but I still did my own thing, you know, as we all have. And as I got older, I ran to God because I just needed something. I wasn't fulfilled. Like, I was empty. Okay, I done had all this trauma. Now, God, I need some peace. Got peace. And then once I got exposed to the fullness of God, and once who I am began to awakening, now comes the trauma with church. It's like, wait a minute. I came here for safety. And now I'm getting hurt here. What is this? And a lot of my hurt came because I had mother wounds, because I had this big wide open wound that I didn't know that said, vulnerable, void, she needs this, she longs for this. And not understanding that just like God see, the devil see too.
Yeah.
And just like we say, okay, he could send the wrong man when you're praying for what you want. He could send the wrong people, the wrong person that call themselves mama. And so I began to deal with trauma, get church hurt. And guess what, sis? I did leave the church.
You did leave the church?
I did.
So what made you come back?
It ain't feel right. But my biggest regret today is leaving. I feel like I wasted a long time.
Yeah.
It's 8 years later. 8 years later from my last extreme church hurt. And I feel like, Lord, I done wasted. I let that affect me for 8 years.
I grew up always on the bigger side as a kid. I was always slightly thicker, big boned. That really continued into.
God, can you even use me today? Am I even worthy to be used? Being angry with him, I ain't going back to church. I can be at home. I love you, God. I'm gonna be at home. Then it got to a point. I think I told my husband, I was like, I'm done with God. He was like, wait.
Hold up.
He was like, wait. He ain't too churchy himself. He was like, wait, you done with God or you done with church? Because if you're telling me you done with God, they don't sound like you. Now I'm getting shocked by the conversation because, man, the guy don't talk to me like this. I'm like, wait, this got to be God in this car.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, if you're done with the church, I understand. You get you a little break. He said, but you telling me, he said, you ain't done with God. He said, you sit up here and tell me you're done with God, but every time I turn around, he's coming out your mouth. Every time I turn around, you worshiping. No, you ain't done with God. You might be hurting, it's okay. But that ain't you. I was like, I felt a little rebuke. You know what I'm saying? In the inside, I felt like, oh, the Lord might be speaking to the man. You know what I'm saying? I might be really going nuts right now. I be going nuts. But this is before we came to empowerment. It's probably like right before. And I don't know, sis, it's still a struggle today.
Yeah.
It's still a journey today. I'm still trying to trust again. I'm trying to crawl my way. I got my fight back a little bit.
So how do you continue to fight? How do you continue to push through for the people out there who have been hurt in church or they have been hurt in life and they're out of church, but they have that longing?
Yeah.
You know, like they have that desire to worship. They have that desire to pray, but they're like, I can do this at home. You said that was your biggest regret, was staying out of church. What would your piece of advice be to them?
Pray for community. Community has saved me.
Yeah. Isolation
is a lie. You think you big and bad. I'm going to stay to myself. No, because see, an idle mind is a devil's playground. Community is what started me on the journey of healing. And when I want to slip away, because see, I dealt with depression. Like bad, constant cycles. But when you have community and people that carry you, people that truly love you, people that can hear you when you don't speak, it leaves no room for that. So my advice is to get up and try again. Don't hold God to what man did, because he's so much greater. And you'll wake up one day like me and regret that you sat down on purpose.
That's good. I have this feeling, okay, I hear it in the back of my head. There are going to be people who say, you said, don't hold God to what man did. But there are some people who are really upset because they feel like there are parts that God did, that God allowed, the trauma, like, you know, the things that you went through in your childhood.
Yeah.
What would you say to encourage them to continue to like pursue God, to continue to seek after him?
When it came to stuff like that, I truly couldn't just blame God. I feel like it made me. I'm a testimony for you because I was able to endure it. It's all how you take your trauma, all how you use your trauma, all how you project your trauma. God is with us in the midst of that stuff. A lot of us just aren't able to hear him or see him or feel him just yet. But if we give him a chance and we actually surrender to him, we'll understand some of the purpose of it, and some of it, I didn't cause that for you, but I can use that for your benefit.
That's so good.
Maya knows how quality care can bring out a smile. But it's been a few.
So good. Listen, there's a lot of people out there that are like really, really struggling, with the concept of going to church with church hurt. And I know you've experienced so much.
Yeah. Too much to get into today.
Yeah. We don't have time for it today, unfortunately. We might have to come back and do a part 2.
Yeah.
If you're willing.
Definitely.
Okay. So that it's a lot. I want to pray just kind of as we close out for the people who are struggling.
Yeah.
They still have that they have that desire to have a relationship with God, but they also feel stuck. They feel stagnant. They may have some church hurt.
That's real.
And the reality is, like the Bible says, God gives you pastors after his own heart, not yours.
Come on.
Not like what you pick. You know what I'm saying? Not just what feels good, but try to keep trying.
Keep trying, please.
Until you get what is his pick for you.
Because I was so stuck.
Yeah.
I think your dad asked me not long ago, how I was feeling in ministry. I was like, Pastor, I'm just getting to a point where I feel authentic.
Yeah.
And I've been singing. You get what I'm saying? You could be in church and still be stuck. Mm-hmm. But it's the consistency.
Yeah.
I want to be healed. I'm going to be healed. And I'm not going to stop until I actually feel like I'm healed.
That's good. Well, we're going to pray. Father, I thank you so much for every person that is watching this, who they're struggling in their relationship, not just with you, but their relationship with your people as well. Father, there's a part of them that has a desire to seek after you. And so we're asking, Father, just like your word says, that those that hunger shall be filled. And so we're asking that you would fill them. Those that thirst, Father, that you would quench their thirst, God. And so I thank you that you are just restoring the joy of their salvation to them. Just like Tay said, Father, we ask that you would begin to give them a push to send them into right community, the people that are going to pick them up, that are going to lift them up, that will encourage them, that will pour back into them, that will push them into purpose, that will lead and guide them every step of the way. Father, I just thank you for the plans and the purpose that you have for them. I thank you, Father, that your plans for them are good. You have plans for them to prosper and to be in health, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, Father. You want them to be in good health. And so we're asking that you would begin to heal the hurt, heal the trauma, heal the bondages, break the chains off of their minds, their souls, their emotions, their intellect. Don't allow them to be stagnant in this season. And I just thank you, Father, that you'll send them exactly where they need to be. And it's in the mighty name of Jesus Christ that we do pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
All right, guys.
All right, y'all. I hope everybody enjoyed that testimony and that story from that young lady. Very powerful testimony. That's probably about my second or third time actually going over that interview. And it makes me, oh my God, I get in my feelings every single time. But I'm glad everybody joined me. I am really 4 minutes apart from my 2-hour mark. And I definitely will be back very soon, y'all. And I will bring more stories and interviews and, powerful testimonies to y'all. I would like everybody to have a blessed day. And feel free to come back and, replay it if you like, if you want to, if you was pretty much in and out. I know it's a lot going on up in these YouTube streets. So I love y'all. I'm really grateful for you all. Britt say I love this video. I can't wait for part 2. Yes, great live mail. Thank you so much, Britt. So I hope this live was a blessing to somebody today. I know it was for me. It motivated me in a total different way as well. Robin said that was very powerful. Thanks, Neil. You're welcome, Robin. I'm grateful that you all enjoyed everything and enjoyed her story. So you all have a blessed day. I'm about to go see. I think 2K is about to go live shortly in a couple of minutes, and I'm gonna go over there. So I will see y'all in these YouTube streets. And don't forget, y'all, keep it cute. Love y'all. Have a good evening.